my Billy Clan members at? Watching for the days of fashion, tuning in from day to day, wondering what Billy doing next. Fashion, money, stacks and stacks. Go get y'all, go y'all back. It's day 90, day 90, day 90. Oh, chat, bro. This is it, chat. Like, this is it, chat. We're officially one day away from it being halfway through our 40 Days of Fashion series. If y'all are still here, y'all still with me, I appreciate y'all for staying and vibing out. Before we get started, make sure y'all like, comment, share, and subscribe. Y'all already know the vibe. Y'all already know. Don't act like you slow, act like you know, okay? And we're about to get into it. So today I'm going to teach y'all how to make some simple capris, okay? They're going to be legging-like capris, and I wanted to do something different because I really don't have any capris, and I was like, I have some fabric. I could just make some capris out of this. It's the perfect fabric. And okay, not to mention, we're going to need knit fabric, but let me tell you about this fabric that I have. This fabric has given me so many problems, okay, in the past. They have given me so many problems for the thing I had to use it for this class assignment, okay? And I get sentimental when I think about it because it just gave me so many problems. And I just hope and pray today that it does not give me that many problems. Can we just bring the French terry onto the stage? This here fabric resembles the same texture as towels, okay? That's the name, French terry. And here's how the back is, and the front is more smoother. Okay, guys. And because it's so holy and like weird feeling, that's what made it difficult to work with. Okay, the machine got hungry. Felicia got hungry and just started eating my fabric, and it was just all bad. I don't know how Felicia is holding up so well, but I thank God Felicia is holding up so well, so good and so well. I thank God. Today we're going to be using 4 pattern pieces for the exact body of the capris, and you're also going to need a little extra for the waistband. If you do not have pattern pieces, if you do not have patterns for your pants or for these capris, you can use some leggings that you have, okay? Or you can use some regular pants that you have. You'll fold it in half. In this case, since it's a knit fabric, you really don't need to like fold the pants inside out like we did with the dress yesterday to make your pattern. And just you're going to trace the whole silhouette of the jeans, making sure to add ease and seam allowance, so it'd be about 1 inch to 1.5 inches on either side of your pants. Once you've done that, you're going to cut it out. You should have 4 pieces. You should have 2 for the front and 2 for the back. I differentiated the back from the front by making the back a little bit wider, because to accommodate the gluteus maximus muscle, you need to make the back slightly larger than the front. I also went ahead and cut out the waistband, and I cut 2 pieces of the same thing, but I'm just going to like stitch like 1/2 inch to combine them. Then I'm going to attach them to finish my capris, and we're going to do an elastic waist. If the waistband y'all make with y'all's extra pieces of fabric, the knit fabric, works for you, by all means, just keep it like that. I know sometimes that's how some leggings are made, but I just want to do the elastic waist for mine. We're going to do the clean finish for the hem of our capris. Okay, this is some real simple. There's some real simple seams, nothing too complex. I want mine to be straight legged. I know this kind of don't look. Oh, I did something special to them. I forgot to tell you. I was playing around with the ends, and I was like, okay, I think I want them to be kind of like jagged in a way. And I made them straight leg, and I also made like the seams like extremely straight. So we're going to just explore with that and see how that works, because I'm still learning how to master like creating pants and make sure they're low enough for to accommodate the crotch area and everything. But I think for like the other pants I made for the butthole 2-piece set, those are going to fit perfectly. I had to add like some more, like another panel. That's why mine looked slightly different from y'all's, but y'all's should look much better and cleaner and neater than mine. But in a way, like sometimes pants are made like that, the way I made my pants, the butthole pants. But back to today. So for this project, to make the capris, y'all are going to need some knit fabric. Y'all does not have to be the French terry. Any knit fabric of y'all's choice, of y'all's preference, can work. Okay? And then you're going to cut, like I said, you're going to cut the 2 pieces for the front. And keep in mind, it's going to stretch. So you don't need to make it super, super big unless that's just the vibe you're going for. I mean, hey, do what you want to do. I can't tell you who to sock it to. Okay? And this is the back panel. As you can see, it's a bit larger than the other one. It's some fabric from some satin actually got onto it. That's alright. And this is the back. I had 2 of these. And here's my 2 pieces for the waistband. Like I said, so with this fabric, yesterday's fabric, to make this dress, for example, it didn't really have a definite wrong or right side. For my French terry fabric, the back is the more rough side and the front is the more smooth side. Okay, so let me show y'all what I did to the bottom of my capris. I made the ends kind of like jagged, see? So they're going to kind of look weird, but you know, weird is fun. So we need to incorporate more weirdness. We're not weird enough. I did the same thing right here. That opening, kind of like a puzzle. So for this project, you're going to do right sides together. We're going to stitch 1/2 of an inch, and you're going to do the same method. Either on your serger, just serge until where your crotch ends, or on your sewing machine, you're going to stitch a little, pull, stitch, pull until you reach the end. Back stitching at both points, and then for your back, you're going to do the same thing. Once you've gotten the crotch parts sewn together, you're going to attach the side seams to one another. Kind of like that J curve with the other one, but instead it's just like a straight line. You don't necessarily have to do it that way. I'm just doing it this way. Okay. And then you're going to stitch the side seams together for the front and back. And then you should be left with just having to stitch the inseam. And then after that, we'll attach the waistband. After I've sewn the back and the front panels, this is how they look. This is the back, has the opening. And this is the front. Same thing, opening. Felicia cooperated when I stitched this, so I'm really happy for that. Up next, we're going to do the side seams. Remember, they're straight seams, they're straight edges. So you just line them up. You lay down your front piece, place the back on top, right sides together, pin them really neatly, and stitch at between a 1/4 inch and a 1/2 of an inch. I stitched this at 3/8 of an inch, but that was just to accommodate for a stretch, just to make sure fit was not an issue. We're going to do that on both sides. We're going to come back and do the inseam, the waistband, and we're going to be done. I've came back from stitching the crotch seam and the side seams. This is how it's looking so far. If this was a skirt, I think it had like that Rick Owens vibe to it. I really like it, like the jagged edges, the little puzzle edges. Up next is the inseam, and what we're going to do is just butterfly the legs like this. Line up the crotch. Remember, we're going to stitch about 1 inch right here, past where the crotch seams meet, down the leg. Then do the other one. And the other one, we go in the other direction. We're going to stitch about 1 inch on the other side of the crotch seam, down the other leg. Back from the sewing machine, this is how the inseam looks and the edges. Let's fold the inside out and see. Alright. And this is how it looks from the right side. The crotch is kind of weird, but that also might be the way I sewed it. As long as it fits. It looks like it's going to fit. So next, we're just going to do the waistband. And for the 2-part waistband, right sides together, going to stitch 1/2 of an inch. The next step is to take our waistband, and we're going to take the 2 pieces and sew them together, right sides touching at 1/2 of an inch. After that, you're going to open it up. Pretend this is the whole thing opened up. Going to open it up, put right sides together to the capris, stitch on a 1/2 of an inch, and then you're going to fold it over and tuck in the raw edge and stitch over that to close up the waistband. Okay? And also, you're going to leave a little bit of space somewhere like in the back, around like center back, an inch to 1/2 of an inch on each side of the center back seam. And that's where you're going to put in your elastic. And you're going to feed in your elastic until you're satisfied. And then you're going to tie it off like we did with the boho 2-piece set. And then you're going to finish the folding the waistband. You're going to stitch that closed. After that, you're going to fill for the elastic, and you're going to put 2 rows of top stitching on top of the waistband to keep the elastic in its own little situated section. And then this is how my waistband looks. Next, we're going to fold the part that's still standing up by 1/2 of an inch, and we're going to stitch that top stitching on top like that to where it looks like this on both sides, kind of on that seam that we just stitched where we attached the capris to the bottom part of the waistband. And then make sure if you're adding your elastic to save some room for it in the center back. So I just wanted to show y'all this is how my waistband looks right now once I've folded down on a 1/2 inch. And there's this gap, like I said, is for the elastic. Once I've closed up my waistband and after I fed this through and do a little bit of top stitching, we're going to come back. This is how my waistband looks now that I've added the elastic to it. And now they are finally complete, my capris. When I tried them on earlier before I put on the waistband, they look pretty cool. I like the way that jagged edge really look and really highlighted that unintentional Rick Owens vibe. You know, if you've gotten to this point, congratulations, y'all have officially created your own Capri pants, guys. Y'all can go wear them inside your house, down the street, down the block, up the street, up the corner. Okay, guys. When making this series, I really wanted to include some projects because what would 40 Days of Fashion be without actually making something, you know? And, you know, I'm just so excited, guys, because we're making it really far. Like, I tried doing 40 days of content last summer. I don't know, but I'm doing 40 days of long form content, guys, and you got to be mentally prepared for this, and you got to be physically prepared as well. And so far, I think we're doing pretty good. We're going in a good direction. My channel is growing. My viewership is growing, guys. Make sure that y'all tune in every day, okay? If you miss some days, go back to day one. Matter of fact, go all the way back to the trailer, okay? Go all the way back to the trailer so you can get a sneak peek of what's going on and make everything come together. I hope y'all learning something. And with that being said, make sure y'all like, comment, share, and subscribe. I will see y'all tomorrow on day 20. Once again, I appreciate y'all for sticking with me all this long time. And y'all make sure y'all have a good day today, okay, guys? Okay, I'm gone. I'm out.